Everything's gonna be alright. And when we get there, I'ma see a pretty young thing. I'ma ask her to take my hand. Head to the floor, hey, we gon' dance. And when we get there, best believe we're gonna do a two-step. Ain't no drama in here, so don't stress. Step to the right, then side to the left.
Good evening, welcome to the Stephen Knight Show. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. We're going to try to make it a little bit better for you right now. We're back with the latest in sports, fashion, movie reviews, and the best indie music out there. Now, later in the show, we welcome former Pretty Ricky lead. His name is Emanuel Deanda. Most people call him Manny. He has a new single called Forever. He's going to join us later on to talk about, if he still is cool with Pretty Ricky, what happened, and what he's doing now. Plus, in Hot Topics, we're talking about everything everyone's talking about. Ava DuVernay, her short series, When They See Us, came out, and there's been a lot of controversy surrounding it and some of the characters portrayed. Then find out a woman's excuse. She was a bus driver who got pulled over for suspicion of DUI, and find out what her excuse was. Then find out about a Catholic pastor who was supposed to be on a chaperoning middle schools on a field trip and got arrested at a strip club. A lot going on. We'll discuss. I want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephennightshow.com. You can also check us out at iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Just go to our website, thestephennightshow.com. Look, when we come back, Hot Topics. Right back after this.
You are now listening to Eldar Q. More than sound. Only on EldarQ.
I met this pretty mamacita at the bar. She had a luminous smile like a million stars. She grabbed a margarita at first sight when I seen her. I'm thinking, damn, I need her. Feel like I need a breather. She take my breath away every step I take. Can't find the words to say, but soon that'll change. I grab a waistband, this feels amazing. She sure know how to dance while she got my hand. She got me feeling like the man. I love her body party. I usually don't dance, but this girl is naughty. As she drop it low, bring it up slow. Turn me around, hold me close, don't let go. The way she dance on me, like she's from my dream. The way our bodies move, perfect harmony. The way she dance on me, like she's from my dream. The way our bodies move, perfect harmony. I love fiestas, fiesta. I love fiesta. Te amo, fiesta. Te amo, fiesta. That winding and grinding got us soaking wet. She said, take me home. We hop in my car. I drop the top, then she hop on top. Good thing I don't live far, cause it's getting hot. We start making out. She show me what she bout. She open up to me. Her body's figured out. She ripping off my clothes. I unstrap her bra. I bite her panty line. She slide them panties on. As our skins collide, your eyes hold back. I never been inside, but I must come back. We make love through the night beneath the candlelight. This can't be wrong, cause it feels so right. Hours go by, this gaze in your eyes is something beautiful I thought I'd never find. Now you're in my arms, I won't waste your time. You're my shooting star on this never-ending night. The way she dance on me, like she's from my dream. The way our bodies move, perfect harmony. The way she dance on me, like she's from my dream. The way our bodies move, perfect harmony. I love fiestas, Fiesta, Fiesta, I love Fiesta, Fiesta, Te amo, Fiesta, Te amo, Fiesta.
Only on eldarq.com.
You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party. You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party.
She got a diva look. She walk in the room, everybody like. She got a diva look. She walk in the room, everybody like. I could tell what she hitting on. Already got me thinking what she sipping on. I could see her roommate playing bodyguard. The other one best friend, she gon' block hard. But my game like Jordan Jackson. Spit it like Biggie when I get it crackin'. See everybody be a don in my faction. OG schooled us to grow past them. I inbound the ball, broke the full court press. How you doing? What's your name? What's next? Followed by a verbal game of chess. A couple words in her ear, later sting the rest. I'm like,
you got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party. You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party.
she got a diva look. She walk in the room, everybody like. She got a diva look. She walk in the room, everybody like. I step off, her friends start judging. He's not the type to wife up or love him. Now her emotions kick, push and shoving. She see through the persona that they be loving. Cause my game Cam Newton, Tom Brady. Mama's baby, raised me from the 80s. Taught me how to talk when it's to a lady. I put it down so for show, no maybe. I feel it vibrate in my pocket. The text read, I'm digging what I'm watching. I replied, I'm digging that you're watching. Let's slide off a combo when nobody's watching. I'm live.
You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party. You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party. So cool, old school, big Snoop Dogg, I be breaking the rules. I'm phenomenal, your mama knows, so I'ma go and get it. Push did the beat, so you know I got to spit it.
So cool, new school. A-Omega, I be dropping them jewels. I'm phenomenal, the ganja blow, so baby come and hit it. Kush did the beat, so you know I'm gonna spit it.
You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party. You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party. You got the look of a diva. Dog got it all now, follow the procedure. I need you to leave your mind, bring your body. Ain't nothing but an east side party.
Yo, what it is, this is your boy, former lead singer, Pretty Rick Emanuel, and you are listening to the Stephen Knight Show right now. Don't forget to check out my new single, Forever. It's coming soon. It's going to be everywhere June 1st. Check it out, the Stephen Knight Show. You did.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Parker, how was your weekend?
Happy Monday. I had a pretty chill weekend.
Let's
How
go.
was yours?
My weekend was cool. I didn't do a whole lot. I just hung out with some friends mostly throughout the weekend, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Chicken Evans, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty awesome. I worked, actually. I was a little upset about working at first because the Roots had their annual picnic here, and I was unable to go because of work. But
everyone was in Philly for that.
Uh-huh.
yeah, the city was on fire.
Yeah.
And I didn't get burnt.
My best friend flew from L.A. for that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big event every year the Roots throw in Philadelphia, and I've watched it grow, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The bigger they get, the bigger the event gets. It's really, really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would tell you, I actually had a very productive Saturday. I want to talk about this because Miss Park was messing with me on Saturday. So I got up. Actually, I sleep in on the weekends. That's why she was messing with me. I always sleep in. I'm talking about like 12:31 sleep in. But I actually got up.
Nothing wrong with it.
Because I get up so early during the week, like usually like 6:25, 6:45, whatever. Anyway, so Saturday I got up early. I was shocked I woke up early. I woke up at 8:45, and then I laid back down for like an hour, and then I got back up. And I cleaned my bed. I really need to clean my shower. I did that. And I got a beard, so hair is always everywhere. Did that. I wanted to get my car washed. I did that. And then I actually went to the gym, which I never work out on Saturdays. So I posted a picture wishing everybody a good Saturday or whatever. And Miss Parker replied, "I know you probably just woke up and Saturday the day been started, but you have a good one too." I said, "Actually wrong."
Well, you posted it at one
yeah.
saying have a great day. I assumed you had just woken up because you normally don't wake up until like 12, 1 o'clock.
Right, yeah.
I was just giving you a hard time.
I know. I thought it was funny though. I was cracking up. All right, well, our question of the day is, when are you most productive? Ms. Parker?
What do you mean, a time of day? Which days?
Just in general. Like, how does it relate to you? People answer it differently.
I guess it depends. It depends on how I'm feeling that week. But I think I'm a doer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm least productive probably on Fridays if I don't have much going on.
Right.
But some Fridays are super busy. So I think for me, I just need things to do. So if I have a lot going on, I'm going to do. Yeah. So if it's slow, I tend to be a little bit more sluggish and not motivated. But when there's a lot going on, I get things. So it depends on, I think, what workload or activities, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Chike?
Probably when the sun is up. Sometimes not even, because I'm at it early in the morning too. So yeah, I would say while the sun is up.
Okay.
Especially early in the morning, like really early in the morning.
Yeah, for me, I'm most productive in the morning. Well, I can't even say in the morning, but I'll say Tuesday through Thursdays are my most productive days because they're usually long days for me because I'm doing a lot of stuff even at night, like work-wise. And so, which I kind of have my days spaced out because we work from home a lot, me and Ms. Parker. And so I'm able to space out. So I don't mind working late at night because it'll help me with my schedule in the morning. But usually Tuesday and Thursdays, that's where I get the most done in general. But if I have stuff to do, I get it done. Like this morning, we had something new at work I had to deal with. And I mean, we were on it. But yeah, and generally speaking, Tuesday to Thursday. But tweet us at Stephen I Show, SHO, and let us know when are you most productive. All right, so hot topic. So Ava DuVernay's movie, it was a 4-part series, When They See Us, premiered on Friday. And, it pretty much talks about the story of the Central Park Five, who were wrongfully convicted for raping and attempting to murder a white lady. They were black and Hispanic, and she was white. I think she was 28 or early 30, something. She was running late at night in the park, Central Park, and, she was attacked. She didn't remember who did it. She didn't remember the attack. To this day, she didn't remember the attack. But she was brutally attacked. But anyway, so what's her name, Chike? Felicity Huffman. Felicity Huffman. She plays the DA, woman who worked in the DA office, Linda Fairstein. Now, Linda Fairstein, she pretty much coerced the police into making the boys confess to something they didn't do. had it on tape, and even after they were the convictions were overturned and they were cleared, she's still saying that they did it. The way they were cleared, the gentleman who actually did it by himself, he confessed. He confessed much later. I think it was like 2001, 2002. He confessed to the murder, and they went through that process, and the guys were exonerated. To this day, she still thinks. She said that the confessions took place in a much more friendly atmosphere, not the bare interrogation rooms. And she thinks that the guy who confessed, he actually was with the kids. He just was the one that got away. To this day, so there's this new movement called. I put it. What's it called? I'm sorry. It's called. I lost it that fast. Oh, cancel Linda Fairstein. Since she left the DA office, she has become a very successful author. She writes fiction crime stories, and they're calling for her books to no longer be sold. Someone tweeted, "Please, please, please boycott Linda Fairstein. A soulless and vicious human being like her shouldn't reap benefits from the pain she inflicts on others." Another one tweeted, "I can't really think of anything more evil than a prosecutor gleefully writing their own fan fiction while feeding black men like logs into the fire that the U.S. prison system." What do you think? Do you think this cancel Linda Fairstein movement's gonna work, Ms. Parker?
Let me just start by saying that I'm very shocked at how much people didn't know about this story.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the guys have been out of prison for about 7 or 8 years, probably close to 10, maybe close to 10. And there was an amazing documentary. It was about 3 or 4 hours done by HBO. It wasn't done by HBO. It was done by actually independent documentary maker. Her father is a well-known Hollywood producer, but he's also an activist.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an activist. He spent a lot of money on prison reform, but he's a producer of movies in Hollywood. And his daughter makes documentaries. And so she wrote a book originally that the documentary was based on when the boys were still were still in prison. And so when they were at the end of their prison term, she turned the book into a documentary, and she actually followed them like their last few months in prison and out of prison, and their first few months out of prison. And it's actually it's a disturbing documentary, honestly. It's moving and powerful, but it's very disturbing because you can see the brokenness in them. How the system, how them being in the system had really turned their lives upside down. This documentary is probably about 7 years old. And then 2020, last week, did a documentary follow-up on the case and following up with the detective because this movie was coming out. And they are so bitter that these men are doing well. They're so bitter that these men have support. They're so bitter that these men are healed and moving forward and telling their stories. I mean, it's almost like they would do anything to put these men back in prison. This was last week. And so I have followed this story for years. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm glad that people are exposed to it. I think as black people, we get outraged when something is popular, but we need to follow. We need to be more mindful of what's going on around us. Like, we need to really be aware of the injustices without it being a movie. But with that said, I'm glad that she made the movie. She's a powerful director and obviously needed in our community because we need to have these voices to our own stories. And so I can't wait to watch it because I remember how disturbed I was with that documentary. But I think that it doesn't surprise me. I guess because I've missed the story, it doesn't surprise me that she, even in the follow-up, she was saying that, these guys did, and even the lady who got attacked is saying that she thinks the guys got let off without really proving that they didn't do it, and she feels like it was the guy that did it and his DNA tested positive that he's the one who raped her and he admitted to it, that she feels like it was more than one person and that somehow these boys are still involved. I just think what it is a mentality of, if you really think about back in the day, 400 years of slavery, it's not that mentality that those people had to enslave blacks back then, right? It couldn't have changed in 100 years. So some of those people, it is a modern day version of it, of that same thought process that black folks are somehow dangerous and doesn't deserve the same treatment, or somehow are menace to society. That thought process is still there. It's just been modernized. Instead of slavery now, it's been turned into the incarceration system, into the prison system, and that's how they're able to kind of keep the dangerous, in their mind, people at bay or out of their society. So it doesn't surprise me in any way. Watching the follow-up the other day doesn't surprise me. If you get a chance, look it up. I mean, they are bitter. If they had a chance to put those men back in prison, they would. But that mentality still exists. There are people in prison now. Any case can be taken. What I know by watching all these crime shows, that any case can be taken, and the prosecutors and detectives can make anybody guilty if they wanted to. So we need not only prison reform, we need the system reform, and we need these people who are working the system, including the police officers. We need them to check their heart, because it's a heart issue. But I can go on and on. This case is I'm very passionate about. I've seen it, 1,000 documentaries on it, but I'm happy it's getting the light that is needed, and I just think it's pure evil.
Yeah.
The prosecutors and detectives.
Most definitely. Chica?
So your question was, do I think that it'll take traction, or if there'll be an actual movement that sticks with her?
Yeah, the cancel Linda Fairstein.
So what we've been seeing in these past couple of years is outrage among people about certain subject matters. Mm-hmm. And these hashtags have taken on a life, and they become something. And I do believe if anything has happened over these past couple of years, I don't think that people are living in the fear of keeping their mouth shut like they used to in yesteryear, right, which allow for this type of behavior to persist. Mm-hmm. And now that people are outcrying and they're calling for action, yeah, I do think it's going to take traction. Because what she did was heinous. It was nothing but pure devilish acts. Yep. And she knows she's wrong.
Yeah, she knew she was wrong.
And you're still trying to profit off of it. Shame on you.
Yeah.
As a woman said in the movie, shame on you.
Right.
A woman who's a mother of children, shame on you.
Yep. And I think the thing is, I mean, I've heard about this story for years as well, but I think that's why it's important to continue to keep telling them and doing on different platforms where you reach different people, because this all happened. The ending of it all really, like when the last person got out, was in 2002. Because they were in there from 3 years to 13 years, or 6 years to 13 years. I'm sorry. Yep. And so, so Corey Wise was the last one to get out, and he never went to a juvenile detention home. He went straight to adult prison. And so, and just, I mean, if you watch we're going to talk about movie reviews, but if you watch that movie, it's just, I think I learned a lot more that I didn't know. You know what I mean? And so, and then the fact that we are in this movement where the times of Me Too and everyone has a voice, is getting a voice. I think that this came at a perfect time where people are paying more attention.
It's a bad thing that the movie came out. I'm sorry.
Right. Oh no.
What I'm saying is that I think we need to find the next case stuff like that now, since this is out there.
Yeah.
Shine light on that case now, since now we have a platform. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that we need to stay involved and telling the story and then seeking other cases that, since this one's in the front, and she's got some light shining on it, let's maybe use this momentum to shine light on someone else that's stuck in there.
Most definitely.
I just think we have a short attention span. That's all I meant. I didn't mean to diminish how important telling the story is, telling on a different platform is. I just encourage them not to have such short memory and short attention span on moving forward with this movement, and Kim Kardashian is actually trying to reform prison, and people still hate her because she's a black man, married a black man. I don't care if she can help get black men out of prison
and use her celebrity. Yeah,
stop putting them in there. I don't care how she does it.
Yeah,
and I think we need to start putting those things ahead of our feelings about people like her. Maybe supporting people who are doing this type of work, because there are people who've been doing it for years. I just think the outrage which we as a community always have needs to be put into power somehow. We need to generate and including myself somehow generate that outrage into move into a movement that is powerful enough to make changes. But I think we can, and we're capable of that. But I haven't seen the movie, but I don't want to diminish the fact that it's an important story that should be told. Like I said, they did a follow-up with the prosecutor, Linda, and the detectives just last week. Mm-hmm. They were still their bitterness and their evilness. They're still the same people who put those guys in prison. So imagine you going through all these years and having proof that these men didn't do it, and winning their settlement, and having people like her and him, and the detective who recently retired. So with that same mentality, they were still putting black men away. They recently retired, So I don't know. It's just all disturbing. It's all very disturbing.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say that I know there needs to be reform happening, but one of the other things what I took away from the film, and I know we're going to talk about it later, but I just wanted to get this out, is we need to do better by our children, in the sense that we need to educate them on the ways of the law, because I believe that is what was a major contributor to everyone's situation in that situation, lack of education.
The law is not made to protect us, for sure. But I also think that some of the parents didn't have as much education on the law either.
And this is true. So education.
Except for that one mother who said she was more Afrocentric. She was part of that movement of the Black Power movement and all those things.
And she refused to let them talk to her kid.
Don't sign anything. Don't sign anything.
Yeah.
And so, but because she had that education. The other parents were just as afraid.
Yeah, they were doing what they thought they could to do. Yeah, they were doing what they thought they should be doing. Yeah. Well, it just made me really, watch it. I started last night after the game, and it just, one thing my parents did, they educated us on stuff like that, and they were very hands-on with us, and so it just gave me a greater appreciation, but not faulting those parents, because I lived in a different environment they did. They lived in the city where you could, you run to the park, you go with hang with your friends and stuff. So I don't know. It was just, I had so much compassion. Like at the end of the movie, I literally was in tears because I just know how it is growing up black. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And basically, they victimized children. They just victimized children.
Children took their childhood away. But we'll talk about more. Their innocence. Yep. Well, must-see movie, but we'll talk again in movie reviews. So the next topic, 45 is over in London right now. He's been faced with giant projections of USS John McCain and Obama approval ratings on the London landmarks during his state visit. The anti-Brexit campaign group, led by donkeys, that's what they're called, tweeted the U.S. president an image of the USS John McCain cap projected on the building in the Capitol. They also tweeted the president, "Just so you know, you're wildly unpopular here in Britain." Now, on the flip side, forever President Barack Obama, he was at the game last night in Toronto, and when they put the spotlight on him on the screen, or they showed him on the main screen, he received a standing ovation. They said generally with politicians, when they go to stuff like that, they get mixed reviews. Some clap, some boo. He got a standing ovation. What are your thoughts, Ms. Parker?
Chika can answer this one first.
All right, Chika.
the people have spoken. We all know what it's hitting for. Like, that man he's a farce, man.
Oh my God.
Like, and what I love about his visit over there in London right now is that the Queen is not going to do anything but be the Queen. She's going to show him how you be a leader. Because she's not going to treat him any different.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to be rude. She's not going to be snide.
Nope.
She's going to be a queen.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to treat him with all the respect that he is due as someone in that office, with all the BS that's attached to him.
Exactly. She's been the queen for 50 years, I believe. He said in the interview, they asked him, apparently Meghan Markle said, back when he was running for president, that if he won, that she was going to move out the country. And so he was asked in an interview while he was over there, what are your thoughts on the Duchess's comments? And he said, well, I don't know what they are. And the reporter told him, he said, I didn't know she was a nasty woman. So now, it's being reported that he's called, he loves calling women nasty. He called Hillary Clinton nasty. He called Kamala Harris nasty. But so he's been asked about it. He said, I never called her that. I never called her nasty. I wouldn't. He tweeted, I never called her nasty.
He sure did.
And so they thought that everyone's watching to see how he would be treated by the royal family, the fact that he's now at their home. And like you said, they held, it was professional. It was, class, like how they do it. And they said that because the Queen, she's dealt with a lot of difficult dictators and leaders, but she knows how to remain classy and do what she does. So yeah. Miss Parker, you have your thoughts? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say that it's funny that he has to have a dinner. Meghan Markle is not going to the dinner, but her husband will be there.
Uh-huh.
So he has to sit and look her husband in the face after he called his wife nasty.
Right.
And he probably, Prince Harry, he's different. He might say
Harry the wild one.
No, he is.
He may say something. He don't play about his Meghan, so
no.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. I'm not surprised about that the citizens are not very happy he's there.
No.
And I'm not surprised at all. I posted something where they've been posting all these different things that he can see that, they're not happy that he's there. One said approval rate, UK 72%, Obama 12%, whatever, Trump. And then different things too, where his plane was landing, some college students like wrote really absurd things so he could see when the plane landed, like from air. But that's because that is really how people feel about him. I remember when the election night, when I left your house a little early. So I came. He had a election party, and then I almost didn't make it. And when I came home, and I had one friend on WhatsApp and one friend FaceTiming me, who are both U.S. citizens. One now lives in Barbados and one lives in Australia, and they were all on my phone. Like, how did you guys let this happen?
Yeah.
Like, in disbelief. So people who are in other countries, not just U.S. citizens, are just outraged. Like, how did that even happen? Like, how did they even vote for this man?
Exactly.
So it's not surprising at all that that's how people are receiving him.
Right. Exactly. Well, it's definitely not a good look. Like Anna Navarro said on The View today, we're sorry. We're sorry we sent them over there. But switching gears, Jay-Z is officially hip-hop's first billionaire, Forbes declared, after building an empire based on music, property, fashion, and investments. They said that his wealth now is conservatively totals $1 billion. Now, the husband, Beyonce, has succeeded because he's built brands rather than just endorsed them. In his rankings, Forbes rejected claims that the rapper and producer Dr. Dre had reached the billion-dollar status. A lot of people thought he was, but he's not. Jay-Z, as we all know, born Sean Carter, grew up in one of New York's most notorious areas. He hit the fame in '96, his debut album of Reasonable Doubt. His 2001 album, The Blueprint, was in March added to the Library of Congress National Recordings Registry because it was deemed culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. Forbes said that estimates Jay-Z's wealth by adding various assets and then subtracting his wealthy amount of account for the superstar, his lifestyle. As we know, he's 49 years old. Some of the things that they counted, $75 million sold in music, his music catalog. He has a stake in Uber that's worth $70 million. He has property in the fashionable parts of New York and Los Angeles. His stake in the music streaming service Tidal is worth $100 million, and he has some champagne and cognac that's worth $410 million, plus art collection $50 million. Now, his wife Beyonce, she's worth about $350 million, made mostly by music and endorsements. And the couple have had a joint network of $1 billion for several years. Jay-Z, he once rapped, "I'm not a businessman, I am a businessman." But he's joins only a handful of entertainers that have become billionaires, according to Forbes. What are your thoughts?
I mean, congratulations to him. I know I'm gonna quote another documentary, but there was a documentary on Netflix about Jay-Z. I'm sure Chike probably, you remember the name of it, Chike? About a couple of years ago. He's absolutely brilliant. Like he is one of those people who you're just like, it's amazing how probably there are a whole bunch of Jay-Z's in the hood that don't have the opportunity to use their brilliance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if his life had taken a different direction? He wouldn't have been able to use how intelligent and witty and business smart he is. So I definitely learned a lot about him and how he thinks, and it's amazing. Like I was literally like glued to the TV watching that just because I'd never really known the inside of how his mind works. And I'm very proud of him, not just as a businessman, but as a family man, and how he has encouraged growth in black men and making things work with your family and growing as a person and changing as a person and not remaining the same, and all the things that he represents, I am for. So I'm really proud of him, and congratulations.
Most definitely. Chike?
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic rags to riches story, and he lived the dream. He made the dream possible. Isn't that why immigrants come here to America to have that type of life? Because it's possible. And I'm not trying to get all oaky and Star Spangled Banners, but against the objectivity, against all odds, he still made it. Coming from where he came from, he still made it. So I mean, it is possible. It just requires you to put in the effort and the work.
Put in the work, yeah, most definitely,
and being a student of whatever game it is that you decide to play.
Exactly, I agree. Learn it, and use that to grow on. Use your success to leverage it in other areas of your life.
And pay it forward.
Most definitely. Congratulations to Jay-Z. Before we go, our thoughts and prayers are with the 12 people that were murdered in Virginia Beach over the weekend. We're definitely keeping you on our prayers. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with just a few more hot topics right back after this.
So you say that you love me, sounds good, but should I believe I'm your one and only? Cause I've been hearing stories about how you and your ex-man, you've been talking and flirting. Is it true what they saying? Tell me, babe. I've been holding all this love just for you. Please don't say you're untrue, cause I could be on to the next. Settle down, get a crown to the real one. No time to pretend with a fake one. Cause I'm a good man, I need a good love. So on to the next, on to the next. On to the let me move, on to the next. On to the next, on to the next. On to the let me move, on to the next. Now you're getting defensive, like I'm
tripping or something. Got you shouting and a cussing, like I'm pushing your buttons. But you shouldn't feel nothing if you ain't doing nothing. Baby girl, I'm just saying, stop these games that you're playing. All this love just for you. Please don't say you're untrue, girl, 'cause I can be on to the next. Somebody you've been giving your love to, girl, just tell me the truth. Ooh, so I can move on to the next. Let me move on to the next one. Next one. Get a crown to the real one. Real no one. Time to pretend with a fake one, 'cause I'm a good man. I'm a good man. Need a real love. On to the next. On to the next. On to the let me move on to the next. Move on. On to the next. On to the let me move on to the next. Oh, I don't wanna have to give my love away, 'cause you can't be real with me. Oh, bet the next one will be much better for me. Tell the truth and set me free.
Closely, I know I don't talk that fast. Get to know me, walk more slowly while you rushing what's with that. I'm from Texas, heard my accent. I get that from most of y'all. What you missing? I can give it. Don't be fooled by how I talk. When I saw you walking by, I said I gotta go get her, 'cause I really, really wanna get to know you more better. Baby, I can drive your body like a Chevy with leather. I do it with pleasure. You need that country love, that get up in the morning, be so funny kind of love, that grits and bacon, baby, making country love, that stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love. That's all that you need. Hold up, little mama, what's with all the walking away and rolling your eyes? See you smiling, girl, you wildin'. You know that you like my style. You so proper, ooh, showstopper. In the dirty, girls like you is treated official. What's the issue? I know that you want that too. When I saw you walking by, I said I gotta go get her, 'cause I really, really wanna get to know you more better. Baby, I can drive your body like a Chevy with leather. I do it with pleasure. You need that country love, that get up in the morning, be so funny kind of love, that grits and bacon, baby, making country love, that stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love, that get up in the morning, be so funny kind of love, that grits and bacon, baby, making country love, that stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. You can't get enough of that country love.
When I saw you walking by, I said, I gotta go get her. 'Cause I really, really wanna get to know you more better. Baby, I can drive you out and like a sugar with leather. I do it with pleasure. You need that country love. That get up in the morning, be so body kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, make it country love. That stress, no problems with your mama kind of love. Can't get enough of that country love. That get up in the morning, me so holy kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, bacon country love. That stress, no problems with your mama. You can't get enough of that country love. That get up in the morning, me so holy kind of love. That grits and bacon, baby, making country love. You can't get enough of that. That's all that you miss. That's all that you miss. You can't get enough of that country love. That's all that you miss. That's all that you miss.
This is Great Britain, and you're rocking with the Stephen Knight Show. Okay, bye.
Hi, welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and of course our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. You can buy your t-shirts, learn more about our team, and just, We're also on Spotify, iHeartRadio. You know, go to our website, stephenknightshow.com.
Oh, speaking of T-shirts, you know, I was with Intellect last week.
Yes,
he's going to be on the show.
Yep.
So, I'm paraphrasing here because he really loved his T-shirt. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he basically gave us kudos and basically saying that the platform that we have, artists like himself, like indie artists, really, really admire what we're doing, and he gave us a big pound and a big hug because, like an artist like himself, he really, really loves what we're doing and how we support indie artists.
Most definitely.
That was it.
Most definitely. And indie artists, submit your music. Submissions at thestephenknightshow.com. All right, so R. Kelly's former employee testified to a grand jury that he had multiple video recordings of the singer having sex with underage girls. According to TMZ, the ex-employee said that he had possession of the tapes, but they now belong to the federal investigators who want to put Kelly in jail. Now, TMZ says that the former employee told grand jurors R. Kelly paid a large sum of cash to the employee, and in return, the employee handed a tape over to the singer. They're told somehow the tape in question ended up in the hands of Cook County State Attorney Kim Fox. What do you think will happen if more of these tapes come out?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there are more tapes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there are more tapes because he was addicted to filming himself having sex with these young girls. So it's going to come out, and whatever he gets, he gets.
Yeah.
But on the documentary, didn't the girl say she saw a whole duffel bag full of them?
Lord.
I thought she said that in the documentary that there was a whole duffel bag full of tapes. So there's a duffel bag full of tapes somewhere.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, for me, I've kind of tuned out on R. Kelly. He's already gone. Like, he's not even on this planet anymore. Honestly. I'm not to be crude or mean or rude, but I'm so sick of hearing about him. I'm sick of hearing about the abuse of these women. I just want them to throw him into jail already. That's it. I'm done.
I was at brunch about a month ago, and they started playing I Don't See Nothing Wrong. My mind's telling me, the beginning, right? The whole restaurant booed. He was like, what? We can't play
wow.
The DJ was like, we can't play R. Kelly. But he said, no, he's canceled. They were booing.
Yeah,
so
wow.
It's a wrap for him. All right, well, when a Houston school bus driver seemed to be driving kids around under the influence, witnesses called the cops. But according to Linda Goljan, She was suffering from an upset stomach. She was eating she was eating a bad donut pretty much, and it was too hard for her, according to New York Daily News. So she said her stomach was hurting so bad that a wheel fell off the curb. Talking about the wheel on the bus. Linda said, according to KPRC, that she was only going 45 miles per hour, and it was going to whip back. Now, witness called for help after seeing the bus swerving on Thursday. According to authorities, she would fail the sobriety test miserably, cops told the TV station. But Goljan, who's 55, said the donut she had eaten that day at school caused her distress. She had not had a drink in years. Do you think she has a case? Ms. Parker?
A bad donut, though? What's a bad donut?
So apparently she, her stomach was upset. That's why she was swerving the bus. It wasn't because of alcohol.
Oh. So her tummy was hurting, so she couldn't control the bus.
Apparently not.
Okay. From a bad donut.
That's
the part that gets me.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, we've all had upset stomachs while we're driving, and I'm not swerving. I'm just trying to get to the restaurant.
If anything, you're going to pull over. I mean, I know she had kids on the bus, but you're going to handle your situation. Right. You're going to be focused on getting to where you need to go.
Exactly. Wow, I thought that was funny. All right, so our last story, and I pulled this one from Ms. Parker because she posted it over the weekend. But there is this Catholic school principal. He's arrested at a strip club while on a field trip. So a Catholic school principal in Louisiana, he resigned from his position after being arrested at a strip club in D.C. The former Holy Family principal, Michael Kamanu, he was chaperoning a middle school trip to the nation's capital when he was arrested at Archibald's Gentleman Club in Northwest D.C. According to the police report, officers discovered him when they responded to a call that an intoxicated man refused to pay his bill. Police were called to the club, which is just a few blocks away from White House, and found the chaperone standing in the road, refusing to move. Police asked him to move from the street, and he continued to refuse, which is when he ended up being booked for public intoxication and breaking open container laws. Being arrested from a field trip and a strip club, nevertheless, would probably get anyone, of course, fired, but in particular egregious, knowing that you're running a Catholic school. Now, the school did release a statement and pretty much said that, he was chaperoning this trip while the kids were being chaperoned in their hotel rooms. He went out that night and went to the strip club and was arrested. And so he resigned via text. So Boston.com is saying the moral of the story, if you're going to take a detour from a strip club on a middle school chaperoning field trip, you might want to lay low. What are your thoughts, Chico?
I was going to say the same thing. Like, how can you be out there like that and then putting yourself on Front Street?
Right.
But what I was initially going to ask.
What's that?
I think he was hanging out with that bus driver.
That's about right. They both eating bad donuts.
I know those field trips are boring. My thing is, you left the kids, you went, and then you're thinking, no one would have found out. You just said
right
and moderately had a drink, but instead of getting wasted and belligerent, and you couldn't just have yourself a good time, mind your business,
exactly,
quietly. No one would have found out.
No one would ever know.
And you know what else? You really think about it. He was down there with those other chaperones, right? They probably were taking turns to have a night to go do what they needed to do.
Yeah.
He blew up the spot for everybody.
Right.
I know I've been on work trips with my boss, and, when we're done for the night, she goes to her or goes to mine. And I've gone out, but I knew that I had to get up early. I knew I had responsibilities. You can't go out there and get wasted. You know what I mean? You come back and you do what you have to do. But, yeah, he took it too far. Well, sadly, before we go, iconic Creole cuisine chef and civil rights icon Lee Chase, she passed away at the age of 96 late last week. Thoughts and prayers are definitely with her family as well. All right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Parker, thank you as always for your contributions to Hot Topics. Cheeky, I'll see you in movie reviews. We can continue talking about when they see us. And right back after this.
I took the lights on these haters, cause they were sleeping. Clap on these haters, cause they was tweaking. Do not interrupt a hater when she is speaking. Please keep an eye on your hater, I got him kicking. From way back when I've been a problem. You don't pick when you got options. They talking cause I'm never around up. Man, what you say, I beg your pardon. Why you coming at your face? Man, you need to know your place. Oh, you made a big mistake. It's got to be bombs away. Bombs away. You about to blow it? Man, I'm too nice to these hitters. That's over, yeah, finito. I suggest you reconsider. Man, what's wrong with these people? Don't make me reach for the trigger. Be careful, cause it's lethal. We the same out of your figure. Oh, nah, we not equal. From way back when I've been a problem. You don't pick when you got options. They talking cause I'm never around them. Man, what you say, I beg your pardon. Why you coming at your face? Man, you need to know your place. Oh, you made a big mistake. It's got to be bombs away. Bombs away. You about to blow it? 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 You about to blow it?
Alone. No interruptions from the phone. You got my body feeling eager, dripping like I got a fever. No distractions will occur, cause you know what I prefer. Those famous three letters. Ooh, you and I gon' do it right. Ooh, you and I, what else gon' do tonight? We don't get it in, 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 get it in.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the First Lady Faith Evans, and you're listening to the Stephen Knight Show.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Our guest tonight, Emanuel Deanda, is a singer, songwriter, producer, performer from the great city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's also the former lead for the platinum-selling boy band Pretty Ricky. His new single, Forever, is available for pre-order now, but will be available for purchase on June 1st. Please help me welcome Emanuel Deanda. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here. How's it going?
Doing good, good, good. How you feeling? How you feeling? Back in the game, doing your thing?
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good just to be back out here in these streets, man. Just trying to get it going, man. Trying to slang these records to the people, man.
I hear that. Well, let's start from the beginning because before Pretty Ricky, you were the lead in a group called Crave. Tell us about that. How that all started.
Yes, sir. The group Crave. Yeah, we started here in Pittsburgh. Everybody kind of met in high school. We were actually all were in the movie The Temptations when that came out. They filmed that here in Pittsburgh. And,
okay.
Yeah, and kind of right after that event, we kind of all got together and said, man, we want more. We want to do more. So me and one guy named Mandel, we got together. It was actually started out as a two-man group, and then we added a third guy eventually, and that was the influence right there, which was Crave. Crave, we had a lot of local success. We ended up getting a proclamation, which is July 21st every year. It's Crave.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And also, we got the key to the city. So, and you know, the group was getting like power rotation at radio, and that was like kind of an anomaly for a local group here in Pittsburgh.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So
how did Pretty Ricky come about?
Well, the thing about Pretty Ricky is, which was always dope. They always go into every city, and when they do radio, they always ask like the music director or whatever, or the PD, who's the hottest like act in the city locally.
Right. Yeah.
So they go to the city. The city didn't do that, and that's how they used to look for talent and find talent.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that when they came to Pittsburgh. I wrote a song called "Ask For It by Name," and it became like one of the local favorites here. And the ND ended up playing that for them. They loved it, and they invited Crave to come out and open up for them for the Snowball, which was Pretty Ricky. It ended up being Crave, Pretty Ricky, Trey Songz, and Black Butterfly at the time, and it was a great show.
Okay.
And right after that, they just was like, yo, we want to sign y'all up, and they took us down to Florida and then signed us up to a recording contract.
Wow. So what are your fondest memories from being in Pretty Ricky? I mean, platinum selling. I mean, all over the world. What were your fondest memories?
I would say one of my fondest memories. Man, I mean, there's so many, but hey, I mean, I got to meet some of my heroes, man.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. I remember we did a song called "Topless," which was probably getting just pretty popular, and we reached out to Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg, ended up loving the record. Found out I was from Pittsburgh. Really was like, yo, I'm really jumping on this record. And Snoop Dogg did a remix to the song "Topless," and I think that was one of the biggest moments for me, aside from going on the record with H-Town and Jodeci.
Oh yeah.
But for Snoop Dogg, for Snoop Dogg to jump on the record, it was just like, wow, man, this is amazing. You know what I mean? So we were really excited about that.
So did the group break up, or what happened?
Well, I mean, groups are groups. You know what I'm saying? Groups
Right.
are always up and down.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at some of the videos, if you go back and look at some of the videos, as you remember, if anybody recalls, Pretty Ricky is a four-man group. But if you go back and look at my video with them, if you go back and look at Tipsy in the Club, it was all four of us. If you go back and look at Cookie Cutter and Topless, only three of us.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. That's right.
I mean, the group is up and down, back to back, back and forth. At one point, I had left the group, and it was just Spectacular and Baby Blue going out and doing shows. So, the group was kind of just like up and down, you know what I mean? Just, not really a breakup, but just like kind of in hiatus at moments.
Right. Do you still talk to the other members?
Yeah, man, we're still cool.
That's good.
Actually, their first leg of the Millennium Tour kicked off right here in my city.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So I was able to connect with the guys and say what's up. I mean, it's always great to be in touch with those guys. It's like family.
Most definitely.
Like forever.
Most definitely. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, Chingy, he's on that tour. He was on the show too. But
yeah,
tell us about now. So, what is it that made you decide? Okay, now it's time for me to come back out here and do my thing and create new music and all that.
Well, I'll say this. I haven't released anything seriously since 2013 when I dropped my my first solo album, Currency. Basically, I never stopped working. I never stopped recording music. I've always been making music ever since I left Pretty Ricky and came home like around 2012. Ever since then, those 7 years between that time, I've just been working. I've been recording music. I've been writing for other artists, selling my music off to other people. Yeah, there's a local group out here in Pittsburgh called the Bill Henry Band. I just wrote a good majority of their new albums. Yeah, I mean, just different artists I've been working with. I'm working with some Grammy Award-winning producers, Grammy-nominated producers, songwriters. Just trying to navigate the industry, writing songs, trying to play songs, stuff like that. But like I said, I never stopped working. I've always had an album or an EP or something like that to that effect in the works. It's just, I just haven't had a release date. That's the biggest thing. A lot of times, you get this music and then it's just like,
that's right. Release it? Yeah, exactly.
So now, I'm kind of inspired by what DJ Jeff said when he did his Goosebumps project. And he said to the people, hey, die empty. You don't want to die with, a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. This big vault.
Yeah, especially when it comes to your music and creativity, to get that music out there, release it. So, that statement kept ringing in my head, and I felt like, it's time. It's time to just get this music out. And I was trying to sell it for a lot of years. I was trying to be that next prolific songwriter. I'm like, I might just release these songs. I'll write for myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So, Forever is a new single. What? Tell us about it.
Forever, man. Shout out to my homeboy down under. Downey's an Allstate producer. Shout out to my boy Simi. He produced the track. Me and Simi, we developed a relationship over my time when I was in Pretty Ricky. He reached out to me. Social media is a strong, powerful tool. But he reached out to me. We've been friends ever since back then when I was in Pretty Ricky. We kept in communication. He sent me the record. I recorded that thing, man, and it came out pretty dope, man. I sent it back to my boy Simi down there, and he's really good at mixing and mastering. And we put these songs together quick, man, and it was just one of those things. I listened to it again. I was like, you know what? This is one of my favorite songs that I've done over the years, and I think that I owe it to myself to go on and just release this thing, man.
Yeah. Would you say you're pretty hard on yourself, or very critical of yourself when it comes to music? Or are you like, what's your process?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I'm my toughest critic. There's days when I'll listen to a jam that I think is amazing, and I'll look back and be like, man, this is whack. Or, I'll judge myself a little too hard. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely say I'm my toughest critic. I learned not to share out my music so much to so many people just to get, all these different opinions.
Right.
I really don't want to, mix up my mind or anybody else's mind. I just want to be able to say, you know what? I feel like this is a good record. I'm going to put it out and I'm going to release it.
Yes, dope.
So, yeah, man, my process really, it differs, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a song right now that's also out called In the Middle of the Night. And, I freestyle that song from top to bottom. Sometimes my process is I'll sit down and I'll write a song out and completely and think it through.
Yeah.
And sometimes songs will just come to me like right there on the spot, so I'll freestyle it just like a rapper.
Yeah. It's crazy how that can happen. I remember a couple years I was trying to put out a Christmas song, and I sit down, I couldn't think of anything. I was in the shower, all the lyrics came to me. I can't get out the shower, it's like writing them down, you know what I mean? So it can come to you, writer's block sometimes not.
Right.
So, social media, when especially in the Pretty Ricky days, it was there, but it wasn't as prevalent now. What are your thoughts on like the blogs and how people, they be going after these celebrities? I mean, are you prepared for all that?
I mean, it is what it is out here. Social media age is a little crazy. People are always going to come for you.
Right.
It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? If I get back out there and people know about me and being in Pretty Ricky and all that stuff, my history, I'm prepared for all of that.
Yeah.
I think I've been kind of media training myself over the years, kind of indirectly, just watching different interviews, seeing how artists are.
Right.
I have my own, training with, dealing with questions and conversations and all that stuff. I mean, I'm welcome. I welcome it all, man.
Yeah. Would you ever do reality TV?
Possibly. I'm not really into reality TV. I don't watch it too much.
Right.
I almost had a reality TV show with Pretty Ricky while I was with the
group.
Oh, okay. We were one vote away with VH1. We almost got a reality show greenlit back then. Yeah, I probably would. It just depends on the content and what it's all about. I don't want to be looking all crazy on TV.
Right, exactly, exactly. Yeah. So we know Forever's coming out June 1st. What's next after that?
After release, man, you know, it's time to just get out there and start hitting the pavement. You know, I want to probably do it old school, man. I wouldn't mind hitting that shipment circuit. You know,
right? Yeah.
Not for people, or if it turns into a major tour, that's great too.
Yeah.
But I would love to just get the record out there and just get out there and just start pushing, just start working. Probably going to different cities, doing some shows, setting up some shows here in my hometown in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
There locally. It's time to get out there and just really, really push and promote, man. I'm ready.
You ready? I can hear it in your voice. You ready? You ready to get out there for sure? For sure.
Yeah, man, I'm hungry.
Outside of your music, who are you listening to now?
I listen to a lot of people, man. I'm interested in a lot of different artists. A lot of people might not know hip hop is my first love.
Okay.
But outside of that, R&B. I love R&B music. R&B is just great. There's nobody really specifically that I'm listening to too heavy. I mean, I love artists like her.
Yeah.
I love artists like from a hip hop standpoint, I love what the kid Lil Nas X is doing with Old Town Road. I think that's a smash hit. No matter what these people are trying to do and say about him and hate on him, it's a smash hit.
Still doing it, right?
Yeah, man. There's a bunch of artists I'm really got my eye on. One of my favorite of all time is also Music Soul Child.
Yeah.
So anything that he drops, I'm checking for it.
Most definitely.
Yeah, just a lot of different artists, man. I love the new wave with the new artists, what they're doing. I try not to hate on the young artists and new artists too much, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I still think they all knuckleheads, but it's all good, man.
Exactly. Who would be your if you could have anyone on your record, who would you have on there? Who would you want to do a record with?
Man, if I could have anybody on my record right now, you know what? That's a good question. Also a tough question because there's so many dope artists out there that I really, really admire and enjoy. But if I could have anybody right now, excuse me, man, that is rough. That is tough. I really like, you know what? I like the homie Masiko a lot, man. He's really, really creative.
Yeah.
He's a great artist because he not only, does what he does from a vocal standpoint, he's a musician, and I kind of look at myself the same way. I'm a self-taught piano player.
Oh, yeah.
I'm self-taught producer. Yeah, I taught myself how to produce, so I've added some skill sets along the way. But, yeah, I like my man Masiko. I think he's dope. If I can get, like, an artist, like, maybe like a Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
I would love
to. Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Anderson .Paak.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Just real artists, man. Even a Drake, man. Drake is dope.
Yeah.
Even Beyonce, man. Shoot.
Yeah.
We got a lot of masters out here. We got a lot of real Jedis out here that have been doing it for years, man.
That's true, man. That's true.
Yeah.
Last question. So they're doing I don't know if you heard the Whitney Houston estate announced they're going to do a hologram tour, concert tour.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be her original band and, a hologram of her performing. They did it once with Michael Jackson. It wasn't successful. They did one with Pac. That wasn't successful. What do you think about that concept?
For some people it can be kind of creepy. It can be kind of weird.
Right.
Some people are kind of turned away from it. I don't really care for it too much because it's like, it's kind of a fantasy thing. It's like, when she was here, that's when you should have, probably caught her. Seen it. The same thing about Jackson, Tupac, and those other artists.
Mm-hmm.
The whole hologram thing, like I said, it's fantasy. It's for fans that really want to see. I would say it's definitely for fans that really want to experience that moment, possibly.
Yeah.
With music, but there's nothing like the real thing. I know that's a cliche saying, but
it's true. Though.
It's so true.
Yeah.
The hologram thing, like I said, it's touchy, it's iffy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's for people that really probably don't look at it that much or don't care about it that much.
Yeah.
So they want to see something to be entertained. So I'd rather just be entertained by old videos. I was just old YouTube.
Go on YouTube, right? Go on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm watching an NBA concert or something, man. I don't care.
Exactly. Well, tell everyone where they can keep up with you on social media and keep up with your new music and everything.
Yeah. You can definitely catch me on Facebook under my name is Manny, Emanuel, Deanda. All you gotta do is type in Manny and then Emanuel. Usually just pops right up. IG is Manny Deanda 808. Twitter is Emanuel DMG. And I got a SoundCloud page. You can check me out. I also make beats. You know what I'm saying? Check me out at 808 Bangs with a Z. You know what I mean? That's my SoundCloud page. And that's also 808bangs.com. That's my production page. If you want to check me out, I got a lot of beats on it. I'm real creative, so I'm always uploading beats on there.
Yeah.
But definitely hit me up. Check me out. Like I said, got the new single dropping soon, Forever. It's dropping June 1st. It'll be available everywhere on all formats.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome back, and it sounds like you never left, but welcome back to the with the new music, and congratulations on everything, and keep doing your thing.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for welcoming me back. It's hard to come back. Not a lot of people, get a chance to come back, or even just have the desire to come back.
Right.
But, this music thing lives in me. I'm gonna do music to the day that I die. You know what I mean? The fire's in me. I'm never going to stop, and I hope people really, really love the new material that I'm dropping. So please support, show love. I'm going to be coming back real soon with a whole other project after these singles get to rolling and circulating. So, I got the EP coming soon. 1995 is the name of the EP, so hopefully I can drop that real soon. Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, listen, our thanks goes out to Emanuel Deanda. For more information, go to our website, thestevennightshow.com. We'll be right back after this.
Won't you make me a man? Baby, I know you don't wanna do nothing uncomfortable. But baby, rest assured that we look good together in storm or sunny weather. Baby, let me know where you wanna go, take it to the door, we could do whatever. Girl, if you're ready, come grab a hold of a real man that won't let go. Yeah. Say you wanna grow to the next level. Why you won't slow? Baby girl, you got me on the go. Everything that ever broke your heart. Let's go. Oh, slow it out. Oh, man, that nigga's going over, yes. Oh, that long that man, wait with her. Oh, I eat everything like. Oh, slow it out. Oh, man, that nigga's going over, yes. Oh, that long that man, wait with her. Say you wanna grow to the next level. slam on? Why you won't smoke? Baby girl, you got me on the go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Girl, you got me on the go.
Now I got a song for you.
From the moment I saw your face, ay, I knew you were the one. Your fragrance and your embrace, it's in me off the edge. And then I began to chase you because of what you do. No matter how far, wherever you are, I swear I love you a special way. You are the one for me. With you I will stay here from the start. Let's never part. You stole my heart and forever you are my love. Ooh, baby, you are my love. Hey, now that I have you here, I just wanna make it clear. See, you're the one I hold dear. No worries, ain't got no fears. It's everything that you do. It proves why I chose you. No matter how far, wherever you are, I swear I love you a special way. You are the one for me. With you I will stay here from the start. Let's never part. You stole my heart and forever you are my love. Ooh, baby, you are my love.
See, baby, it's something about you. You know, every time my eyes meet yours, your eyes meet mine, it's just something so divine inside.
It's so divine. See, baby girl, it's something about you. Pass me by. See, baby, it's you. I love you a special way. You are the one for me. I will stay here from the start. Let's never part. You stole my heart and forever you are my love. Ooh, baby, you are my love. See, baby girl, it's something about you. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Adam, how's it going?
It's going well, Steven. How are you guys?
Cannot complain. Let you two get started with movie reviews.
Take it away,
Sure,
Adam.
thanks. So I saw Rocket Man, which is the latest, I don't want to call it a biopic, but it's kind of one of those musical biopics in the realm of Bohemian Rhapsody last year. And this movie follows the story of Elton John and kind of his upbringing and getting up to the point where he actually checks himself into rehab. So Taron Egerton stars as Elton John in this movie, and it's definitely a little bit of a mix of a biopic pick and a musical. So I wasn't expecting this, but there were some musical elements, and it does get a little fantastic at parts in some of the scenes with some of the dancing and the characters. But overall, I thought it was great. I actually, it was a fun movie. The pacing was really well done. The director was also the director who came in after Bryan Singer for Bohemian Rhapsody and finished it up. So he kind of, I think, has his groove with these types of movies. And yeah, it was fun. The songs are really great. I don't know much about Elton John or his history, so seeing that his kind of upbringing as a small child to him really just being a musical genius at the piano shows throughout. And again, I wouldn't take it too hard as a biography, because there are some scenes where you get into a dance sequence and then it kind of jumps a little bit. But I think that speaks more to kind of his time period, because he did take a lot of drugs, drink a lot of alcohol, have a lot of parties. So I think his memory is a little spotty as well in it. But yeah, it was great. I was a little cautious about it just because Bohemian Rhapsody came out last year. But I think this was better than Bohemian Rhapsody. And again, it's a fun movie and a good story and well done by everyone, including the cast and the crew.
So you know what I'm going to ask you, right? Do you think it's going to get any awards?
So, it's so early in the season. I think Taron Egerton might get a nod just for his portrayal, because, Hollywood does love biopics, as we saw with Ray years ago, and of course last year with Bohemian Rhapsody. So I think he'll probably get a nod for actor and costume design as well. I mean, this movie, it has all of Elton's signature crazy costumes throughout the years, and then when they set up the dance scenes, yeah, they paid attention to a lot of detail throughout the movie.
Nice.
And then I will add one more quick TV show I just saw, which was Good Omens. And this one Amazon's been promoting pretty recently, and it follows a book from 1990 written by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. And the basic premise of this book and TV show is that there are two entities, a demon and an angel, and they are watching over the Antichrist, but they really don't want the end of the world to happen because they've gotten used to living on Earth since the beginning of time. So it's about kind of their stories and how they go back and forth with it. It does star Michael Sheen and of course, David Tennant. So it has a really good lead actors. And overall, this one was a show that started off well. There are only 6 episodes, but after the first couple of episodes, it kind of falls apart. And it's a very uneven on how they kind of move along the storylines. They add extra characters, which are in the book. But again, the show is really David Tennant and Michael Sheen, and adding all these extra characters and these subplots and sub-stories that kind of move around unevenly really kind of ruined the show for me. So overall, it's okay. If you're a David Tennant fan, watch it because you'll like it because he does a great job in it. But yeah, it feels like Amazon took a safe route. They weren't sure how it was going to be taken, and they only did 6 episodes, which I think was a shame. If they did like a full 10 or even 12 episodes, they could have actually developed a little more of the characters. But again, I don't know what Amazon was thinking with it, but they definitely seemed a little cautious by just giving 6 episodes.
So I saw that they were promoting that heavy. And I had thought about it, and then when I looked at like one of the trailers and I saw the special effects, that completely turned me off.
Yes, I will say this: they have a good cast because John Hamm's in it, Frances McDormand does a voice, there's Nick Offerman. There's a lot of good cast in it, but yeah, you can definitely tell that they cut back on the CG budget because it does. I mean, when the snake and when they do the demons and some of the stuff, it's definitely looks dated.
Yeah, and I'm real finicky when it comes to certain things. If it looks off of anything about the production doesn't meet my level, like I'm an expert, but if it doesn't meet my level, I tune out. Like I can't get into it. I'll just start shutting down. Like I lose interest. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm not even going to watch it. Yeah, I'm not going to watch this.
Yeah. You're not missing out, and yeah, you're right. The CG, and there's really no excuse. Again, it feels like Amazon just kind of were cautious about this show, even though they're promoting it, and they just kind of didn't want to put a full force behind it, as they may have done with Man in the High Castle or even other networks doing other shows.
Yeah. Oh. So, was that it? Was that your last one?
Yep, that was it. That's all I caught up on over the past. I actually ended up seeing Endgame again.
Okay.
And, I will say this, on second viewing, I did like it a lot more, and maybe that's just because I knew where the story was going, and I could kind of focus on the small details. But I was surprised at how much more I enjoyed it the second go around.
Oh, good. I think I've seen it like maybe 3 or 4 times since the initial time.
Wow. Okay.
And I'll probably
good.
see it again. Yeah, I'm in that. So my first film that I saw was Brightburn, starring Jackson Dunn, Elizabeth Banks, and David Denman. Brightburn is promoted as a horror film, and it's marketed basically as a horror film. They don't tell you anything else about the film. So Brightburn's been out for 2 weeks now, and no one really is talking about, or anything in the marketing is about Superman. And if you were curious, if you had an inkling, this movie is basically about Bizarro. If anybody knows anything about Bizarro, it's the opposite Superman. He's like the evil Superman. And I like the fact that they made no connection to Superman or DC outright. I like that they just labeled this as a horror movie, and what if the alien did come to the planet to destroy it, not to save it? And I will tell you, this movie has an R rating, so that intrigued me because I knew that they were going to be dark, and it's gory and it's dark and it's very violent. I enjoyed it. It's grossed $14 million thus far total, which isn't a real heap of money. But what I do predict for this movie, that it will become one of the cult classics in the line that they're going to do with the storyline as they move forward. This will be, like a part of a piece, kind of like how Marvel's Captain America's are in along with all the other movies leading up to Endgame. They're all pieces in the puzzle. Mm-hmm. And I think that this movie is going to be a cult classic because it's going to be a piece in the puzzle to a bigger story.
Nice. Yeah, I heard it was definitely very kind of that scary element to it, or kind of edge of your seat.
And it has some gore in it too. Like, it's pretty hardcore. Like, they're not playing.
Oh wow.
A movie that I saw on Netflix called See You Yesterday by Spike Lee. And basically it's about 2 best friends that are time travelers. They're super duper geeks, and they have a situation. I'm not going to tell you too much of the storyline, but they have a situation that's very dramatic and it's dire, and they make a decision that they're going to go back in time to fix it. And the warning of you cannot alter anything in another timeline because it could mess up the future. And they have to deal with all of that. So definitely check that out. And it's directed by Spike Lee, and it's not regular Spike Lee direction. It's not saying that it's bad, but it's just different. It's Spike on another level.
I saw some of that.
I really enjoyed it. I think that it was refreshing to see 2 African American children not be gangbangers or criminals or getting locked up or beat up. They were actually geniuses, and they were academically astute and doing something positive, like trying to save people. So definitely check that out. It's a good, positive movie. It'll pull at your heartstrings a little bit. Definitely check it out. Spike's on his stuff. Him and Netflix, I like what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I saw some of that as well.
You did?
Yeah, I was at someone's house briefly. It was good. What I saw was really good. I want to see the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so I finally finished She's Gotta Have It.
Me too.
The series.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple people said that they didn't like it. It basically based off of the first season. And they wanted more of her dealing with those guys. And I like the direction and where it's going because it's just not about her dealing with those guys.
Right.
Because if she was just dealing with those guys, she would not evolve. And the whole storyline is supposed to be her evolving. And I will say this. It's refreshing to have Spike Lee with something current, now, new, with the way that he tells stories. And it's that edutainment. I love edutainment when you're teaching me as well as entertaining me. That's something that I dare mention his name, but something that I really, really revered about Mr. Bill Cosby was that he really specialized in entertainment. He wanted to entertain you and educate you at the same time. So definitely check out She's Gotta Have It. Spike Lee's on his game. This is typical Spike Lee on She's Gotta Have It. This is like straight up Spike Lee, this baby. And he has a way of educating you on the arts, and he's introducing you to artists new and old, downright to the point where if a song plays in the series, when they break and go to the next scene, he's telling you exactly who that artist is. So you can pay homage to it or collect it or whatever it is that you do when you discover something new. Definitely check out She's Gotta Have It. I think it's an excellent storyline. What do you say, Steven?
Sorry, I actually thought it was better than the first season. I
thought so too.
I love when they went to Puerto Rico. I mean, I thought it was even better than I think season 1 was great, but I think that he kept that momentum up and even surpassed what I thought it would be. I loved it.
Yes. And the way he brings in social issues and conversations that we need to have into this series. And, if you watch it, it plays out like a long movie. It doesn't play out like a series. It's fluid. Everything connects. So definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he needs to get an Emmy or something for this because this is brilliant work. At least I think so.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, the main actress, she just turned 35. She's had a birthday the other day.
Yeah, she doesn't look 35.
No.
Not that 35 has a look, but
right.
A series on HBO that I'm watching. It ends tonight. Tonight's the last night. Chernobyl. This will be the season finale because I love what HBO gives you these little mini series, and they play out like long movies as well. And Chernobyl is the story of the nuclear reactor that exploded in the Soviet Union, and they tried to cover it up, but too many people, it's not funny, but too many people were dying. So it's these governments, man, and their lies. They lied and they tried to cover it up, but too many people started dying, so they had to come clean with what was going on. To the point where Chernobyl, where this all happened, no one can live there because of radioactivity. They basically shut down a whole area because of that, and it will be probably 40,000 years before it's ever cleaned naturally. That's crazy. That's insane. But definitely check it out. This is a true story. It really happened, and this is something that's still going on today on this planet. Check it out. It'll scare the hell out of you. And Adam, are you watching that? Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah, not yet. I'm gonna catch up on it now that it's kind of finished up.
Yeah. And The Chi. I didn't see last night's episode, but I'm going to watch that tonight before I lay head to rest. I'm going to watch it tonight. That's still good. That's another one of those kick-ass shows that I hope it gets an Emmy. Check it out. It's on Showtime. Comes on Sundays, I believe at 9. I never watch it when it comes on, so it's hard for me to know when it comes on. It's kind of like Power. You watch Power the day before. You don't actually watch it when it comes on. You can watch it early on Stars because Stars put there. As soon as midnight comes, Stars puts it on, so I just absorb it. But anyway.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's talk about When They See Us. Adam, did you see it yet?
When They See Us?
When They See Us on Netflix, Ava DuVernay.
No, I haven't. When did it come out?
It came out the 31st, May 31st.
Oh, wow, no. I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, this was a labor of love for her because she's been working on this for a while. And, Stephen, you know what I also thought about, too? This falls right in conjunction with her documentary 13.
Oh, yeah, sure
as
does.
It related to incarceration and the legal system and how it deals with African-American males. And this movie, well, it's a series, a limited series, but it plays out, again, like a movie. It basically shows you exactly how people can get into a bad situation and still be innocent.
Yeah.
It's a roadmap to it. And the way that our children are vulnerable basically to the government and the laws and the powers that be, like they're wolves and our children are the lambs. It shows you how innocent they are and how they can fall subject and be prey to the predators with the laws behind them.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. And one of the narratives that I wanted to talk about, Stephen, was, like I said earlier, about education and how I think that education would make the difference. Conversations need to change about how our children are going to be out in this world. We need to reteach our children how to be out in this world and to protect themselves.
Yeah. Well, we do. And the thing is, like, if you think about it, so they accused the kids, the 5 kids, of this heinous attack, and yet when it actually happened, no one was really around. You know what I mean? They picked because what Linda lady said was any black boy that was out there that night is a suspect at this point. And
the one gentleman wasn't even he wasn't even involved. He basically just went down to be with his friend, got left accidentally at the station, and they railroaded him, and he was the one that went to the adult prison, being a minor.
And I used to remember when I was a kid, I was the oldest. No, I was in the highest grade. I was one grade higher than my friends that lived in my neighborhood. One was older than me, but I was a grade higher than them. They were, like, say if I was in 6th grade, they were in 5th grade, right? And I always had to be home the earliest. Even when I was in high school, like when I was a senior, I had to be home the earliest. And I remember I used to say, why? I used to ask my parents, my mom too, because I know if you're home, I know you're okay. And I'm so glad because, these innocent kids, I mean, their whole lives were ripped away from them. And then, and one thing I know about working in the with the youth is once you get into the system, it is almost, you saw how challenging it was once they got out. They couldn't get jobs. They couldn't. They had to register sex offenders and report every 90 days for the rest of their life, to that office. And then not only because this was such a huge story, everyone was watching it. Their parents lost their jobs, or would lose jobs, or couldn't get new jobs, or remember the one mother, she had to go on public assistance because she couldn't no longer afford to take care of her family. The other mother, she couldn't even afford to go see her son that was away. And so it just showed how the dynamics, how it breaks down a family anytime something like this happens. And I do, I don't blame the jogger because she doesn't remember anything. She was attacked. You know what I mean? She was attacked. She was brutally attacked. I don't blame her for anything. But it shows how the system, how in many cases it sets people up for failure, especially minorities, for failure. And one powerful scene I did, like, remember the Latin gentleman when he he got his girlfriend and they wanted to move into their apartment together, and he's working this job, he wasn't really making any money, so he starts selling drugs, and his dad said, don't be what they said you are. You know what I mean? And that was just so powerful. I mean, I was literally, and I'm not a big cry, but I was in tears at the end of this the series.
Someone put a meme up. Somebody put a meme up of someone crying, and they said, "This is me every 5 minutes of
Yeah.
I mean, it really, if you care anything about children, if you care anything about justice and people being innocent, this movie is going to pull at your heartstrings.
Yeah, it really
you
will.
know, it's not just. It can be anyone's children.
Yeah.
It could be anyone. You can imagine your own, or just think about yourself when you were young enough, and the effect that adults had on you. Just any adult, but imagine a strange adult, another race than you, you know, yelling and screaming at you, forcing you to you know, people that are supposed to be your protector, you know, people that are, you know, an influence, you know, using fear tactics just to get you to do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Even, you know, laying hands on you, beating the kids up. That's crazy.
And even
so anyway,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And then Corey Wise, when he had, you know, he's a young teenager having to go to adult prison, and the way those men treated him in there, even the guards helped them beat him up, locked him in there with them.
Yeah.
You know, but he held his dignity because he would not, when he had his parole hearings, he would not confess to something he didn't do. That's the only way they would let him out.
Right.
They would consider parole if he would agree to the charges, and he said, and he wouldn't do it. And I think, you know, anyone else, it takes a strong person to do that, because if you're getting jumped and beat by grown men, and you're saying, I'm not gonna say I did this because I didn't. You know what I mean?
Your life is on the line every day.
Every day. Remember when his mom asked, "How are you in here?" He said, "Well, today I'm okay." You know what I mean? It's just
that's crazy.
That broke my. I mean, oof, yeah. But it's
and I remember it to myself. To myself, I kept saying, you know, but they're babies.
Yeah.
I kept saying that. Oh my God. But back to some of the actual things about the movie itself. If I don't know if you paid attention, Stephen, but there were certain scenes and how they were shot. And this is me being technical. How they were shot. There was certain imagery being you know, put in the scene on purpose to get you to pay attention to certain things. Like there's strategically a can of Coca-Cola, you know, in that time period Coca-Cola was big, but you also have to understand what Coca-Cola represents and the owners of Coca-Cola, what their money funds and what they're into and what type of time they're on. You know, you have to pay attention to things like that. Ava was very smart.
Oh, she did amazing. Even the music they played, you know, the merchandise they had, you know, the shops and all that they had. I mean, everything was just it was on point. They did an amazing job. I mean, I didn't want it to end. I mean, I wanted it to end because I couldn't stomach anymore what was happening, but it was just so good. It was so good. And all the acting was great. And Felicity,
acting was superb.
And Felicity, I have to give her credit, because you hated that woman. You hated her character.
Yes, you did.
And she did a good job. She did a really good job doing that, because if you can make someone feel that much, you want to choke on yourself, you know what I mean? That means that you're a great actress. Because typically she plays characters you like her.
Let me say something to Miss Huffman real quick. Miss Felicity, I appreciate you being quiet on your participation to this movie, you know, while you're going through what you're going through, to let Ava be able to soar on this without you being attached to it. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Fist pound for Felicity.
Yeah.
Awesome. And one more thing before I leave, I'm going to say something to Auntie L. I'm still upset about what you did with that Michael Jackson talk show after the movie. However, your dollars were very well spent on your executive producer part for this When They See Us. You may redeem yourself. Keep this up. Keep this up.
Yep. And shout out to friend of the show, Michael K. Williams. He was in there too. He did a great job.
Yes. Brother Mike. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. It's a must see for everyone.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch the show.
Yeah, you definitely will. I mean, I started watching. The game ended late, and so I said I'm gonna at least watch one episode, and I ended up falling asleep trying to watch more than one because it was so late. But I went back. Today and watched 2 through 4, and it was just amazing. It's amazing.
Wow. Okay. Well, I look forward to watching that.
Is anything coming down the pipeline?
Well, Dark Phoenix for me next weekend is the big one on my list. I don't know about you, Chica. What do you think?
So, yes, that's definitely on my list. You know I'm a geek, so I'll be there. I'm curious about Ma. I want to see what Miss Octavia Spencer has to offer, because I'm hearing that, you know,
I've heard great things.
Production. You heard great things.
You talking about?
Because I think I kind of know where she's going with this, but I just need to see for myself. And
you
it
talking about
is where I think she's going. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go see that Saturday, but I thought the game came on Saturday, so I didn't, and the game came on Sunday. But I definitely will see it this weekend. You know, this is her first leading role.
Yes, and her first production. She's producing it.
Yeah, and she said the reason why she did this role is because she wanted to do something that's like something she's never done before, and she wanted people to see. You know, someone, because typically you wouldn't see a character like her playing it, or a person that looks like her playing that role, and that's why she wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. But I heard she did a great job. All I saw was someone put on, they tagged that they were at the movies. They said this woman crazy. I can't wait to see.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and it did well at the box office considering it was a $5 million movie. You know, they did $18 million, number 4. So. You know, competing with Godzilla and Rocket Man.
That's really good.
It's a pretty good, showing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be, if I'm predicting, you know, if my predictions are correct, I'm thinking that it's going to be, at least the storyline wise, in the lines of Get Out and Us. Mm-hmm. There is a message in it because you know, she's teaming up with Peel. So there's going to be a message in it that we have to decipher and figure out. I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I want to see it. Another movie, an action movie called Anna. It's about a spy who is a kick-ass blonde. Kind of sort of like a female James Bond, kind of sort of, but a little bit more ruggedy. So... yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It looks like it was a lot of action, and I like to see ladies fight. I don't know why. I get a kick out of that. And Gemini Man with Will Smith and Annabelle, the new Annabelle that comes out. Mm-hmm. And TV wise, Big Little Lies starts up next week, I believe. Claws starts back up this week, I believe. Watchmen on HBO is coming soon, and Animal Kingdom started last week, so tomorrow will be the second episode of the 4th season, and it's already off to a crazy start. Please check it out.
All right.
Perfect.
Anything else?
I think that's it for me.
All right.
Well, that's it.
Well, listen, have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll talk next Monday.
All right, have a good one.
All right. Right back after this.
Check it. It's so funny how things change. We were so close, but then you slipped away. Now I'm losing my baby, it's driving me crazy, and I'm about to go insane. The hell am I gonna do? Can't do this thing without you. Thought forever was on, now forever is gone. And baby girl, I'm missing you. Took you on shopping sprees when all you really wanted was time with me. Eyes wide open, but I could not see. Just know if ever you give me a chance, I'm giving you all, giving you all, giving you all, giving you all. I said I'm giving you all of me, giving you all, giving all, giving you all of me, giving you all, giving all. When I was struggling, you held me down. When I was slipping, girl, you stood your ground. Anytime I felt lost, always gave me real talk. You helped me be a better man. Then this music finally came around. I'm flying high, but you ain't leaving ground. The shit I put you through, the hell am I to do? Cause baby girl, I'm missing you. Took you on shopping sprees, when all you really wanted was time with me. Eyes wide open, but I couldn't
chance. I'm giving you all of me. Giving you all. Giving all. Giving you all of me. Giving you all. Giving all. Giving you all of me. Giving you all. Giving all. Giving you all of me. Giving you all. Giving all. I ain't gonna stop, no. I ain't gonna stop, no. I'm giving you all. Giving you all. Giving you all. Giving you all. Come back home. Come back home.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Aaron Cosby, how's it going?
All is well. What about you?
Cannot complain. Can't complain. Made it through another Monday. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Yours?
It was cool. It was cool. I didn't do a whole lot, but it was, good
I
weekend.
got my nails done.
Oh, you're doing that trend everyone's doing?
What's the trend?
These rappers are painting their nails.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
No. I got a manicure pedicure. No, just got the feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, people painting their nails.
Oh, yeah. They're doing it. Yep. I saw a whole story on it the other day. They're doing it. That's the new trend, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you going to follow it?
Oh, no. Nah. They're doing like their toes, pretty much. Really, their toes. Actually, I did see someone, a friend of a friend had his painted black, and I was thinking, why you do that? But I guess it's a thing now. But
yeah. Okay, I will say this. I wouldn't knock it. Like I'm all about people expressing themselves.
As I say, do with you.
Hey, I might do that. I might try. I mean, it's just pain. It's just it comes. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's just pain. I don't see anything wrong with it actually.
Yeah. Teach his own. Let's get into these sports.
Okay, that's a whole nother combo.
Right.
Okay. The Warriors won Game 2. Toronto won Game 1. We're tied up 1 apiece. Game 3 is Wednesday night in Oakland. And that's all I got. All right. Thank you. I'll talk to y'all next week.
You're crazy. So who's going to win Game 3, do you think?
Well, if Kevin Durant's back, which is rumored that he will be back for Game 3.
Okay.
If he's back, it's the Warriors.
They need him.
They need him.
Every game is a struggle. But this is good for the fans that are watching. You know what I mean? For us at home watching, But it's not. There's no blowouts. No blowouts. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, but Game 2 showed me something because if the Warriors would have lost Game 2, I think it would have been over.
Yeah,
I think it would have been over unless Kevin came back for game. If Kevin Durant would have came back for Game 3 and all the hype, the fans going crazy, he came had a great game, and the Warriors blew out the Raptors in Game 3, making it 2-1. Then I would be okay. Yeah, the Warriors will likely pull this out. But if KD was not playing in Game 3, and if the Warriors lost Game 2, then it's over. Like this team right now, if they would have lost Game 2 also, with this team that they have currently, I don't see them beating the Raptors.
Yeah, the Raps are a good team. They are a good team. They are really good.
They are. So for the Warriors to just dig in, and I gotta give them props, man. They really held it on because I thought for a second. I'm like, okay, they got that decent lead, because if you remember in the first half, the Warriors were down by 12 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they came back in the second quarter.
They came back in the second quarter, and they were down, I think maybe like 2 points, whatever. Whatever. And then third quarter, they went on an 18.
They did. Third quarter was what won them the game, really.
It was what won them the game, and it gave them that big enough cushion that they were able to hold off. But yeah, that was a good game.
And shout out to Steph Curry. Steph Curry was not feeling well the whole game, and he did his thing. He did his thing. I mean,
he did his thing. He did his thing, and that last play where it looked like he was about to either turn the ball over at half court.
Oh yeah, yep.
Or,
yeah.
And he had just enough when he passed the ball, because I thought, oh shoot, it was about to be.
I thought it was going to turn over too. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. And it didn't, and they passed it out to Andre.
Mm-hmm.
Andre spotted up, wide open,
and got it.
Game over. It was just hot.
I remember the commentators were saying that one of them, he was saying the shot came to, he shouldn't have shot it that fast. They had so much more time going. But the other commentator, no, it was a perfect shot. He said, yeah, it's easy for you to say no because it went in, but if he missed it.
Right. See, okay, here is my thing. I think it was a good shot.
I thought it was a good shot too, and he was wide open. He was wide open.
But I kind of get what they're saying. Also, okay, run out the clock. Let them foul you. You have the lead, but it was only. I think at that time, it was only a 2-point lead.
Right.
And everybody's helter skelter. It was a good shot.
Yeah, it was a good shot, and he made it. So what's the to us?
And he made it, and it was. It was just it was hot.
So the Raptors won 118-109 game 1, and Warriors 109-104 yesterday. So
yes.
These are high scoring games.
High scoring games.
This was about. This is what the finals are about. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be high scoring, fun, helter skelter a little bit, just because people are nervous. And like this is it. This is what they practice for and play all those games for. Like, this is it. So this is what it comes down to. A lot going on.
Uh-huh.
Quickly. I just want to say this. You heard about the what's my man's name? The boxer who got beat by the
I know you're talking about.
It was the overweight boxer who beat the British boxer. I think one boxer was Mexican, one boxer was
Anthony Joshua,
black British, and it was this
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, and it was just like, well, it shouldn't have happened.
Right.
Happen, but it did. Did you hear about the fact that his name is Andre Jackson? What'd you say, Johnson? AJ?
Anthony Johnson, yeah, AJ.
AJ had taken a picture with Drake.
Oh, really?
There you go. And I don't know if you heard about this curse. There's this Drake curse with regards to sports. So if someone takes a picture with Drake or is seen with Drake before they have to
play
the game or whatever, they end up losing.
Oh gosh.
All right. Or if Drake is like a super fan, then that team loses.
Well, Drake would be doing the most at the Raptors games.
You
know they had to talk. They had to talk to him before game 2 and tell him please sit down.
Yeah, because he's
distracting.
He's very distracting. I'm like, Mama, chill. Like,
so they had a picture with him with different basketball players. They said he want to be a basketball wife so bad.
He does. I didn't want to say something. I didn't want to say anything. I'm like, is he auditioning for basketball wives? It's almost uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. He argued with the players and telling the coach what to do.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Right.
You you don't do it. You have no power. Sit your.
Right. Pretty much.
Anyway, that being said, AJ took the picture with him, was hanging out with him right before his bout.
And lost.
Now Drake is out here, on center at courtside with Toronto and everything. They lost game 2, and I think that they're going to lose this series. And the Drake curse will be continued, and I see folks being mad because folks have said that the curse was actually broken because the Raptors beat Philly and went on to beat the Bucks and are now in the finals. I'm like, no. If they lose the finals, then you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That to me would actually make it even worse to actually get to the finals, playing so well to get up to the finals, and then losing. Like that to me is the curse. That is the curse of all.
That is.
So, anyway, but yeah. So that's that. Drake, bro, just
sit down somewhere.
Right. Be a fan, but don't be to the point where you're obnoxious.
Right. Exactly.
It's annoying. Yeah. So that's all.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Serena Williams.
Yeah.
Open, yeah. Just dust yourself off. And
yeah.
Get ready for
There's more.
Wimbledon. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. That's all I got, bro. I'll talk to you next week, and hopefully we'll know what's going on with the finals from there. Because hopefully it'll be 3-1 Warriors.
Right.
Next week, or it could be 2-2.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or it could be 3-1 the Raptors. So we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Anyway.
All right, everyone. We'll have a good one, okay?
All right, bro.
All right. Right back after that.
What you know about a guy, MC? Sipping the yak and them bottles of Hennessy. I have no fear but love for my enemies. I knew this like a new bitch, so remember me. I part shit like Moses, that's the end of the sea. Pop out live like a vending machine. And I'm new and I'm trending the scene. Ay, I'm no Osiris to the shit, you're pretending to be me. MGS live like a LSW. Pop, pop, yeah we trouble you. Glasses Scott's coughing out that BMW. Pop, pop, yeah we under you. Marvel Comics, yeah, we bring the thunder too. Thor cock the hammer, that's what I'm finna done to you. We branch out and none of raw thunder under you. And I'm a motherfucking guy here in this Condrum school. Yeah. Hey, sing it. Yeah. We never told ya. Hey, verse 2, mellow. I'm living lavish, you feel the hunger, dude? The eye of horror scattered in my younger views. We ruffle you, we taking over like cocaine and baking soda. You can remain Jehovah, the game is over. We plain selling soldier, my name is Hover. The range is roller, we sprayed the rover. Maintain the cobra, my God suffers on a mission. And I ain't staying sober, my diamonds glistening. I'm in that prime position, that 9 milli clap like an encore. Shatter that face and all that contour. LA, baby, yeah, you know we on tour. California, baby, yeah, having a ball. No Dr. Dre, no Snoop, just Alizé. We in that coupe sipping on grandma special soup. Illuminati through my body at the party on Bacardi. Kamikaze, have it largey, caviar in my scenario. Yeah, I put on for my city, I put on for my team.
I put on for my state. Yeah, it's a pity if you go against. We living great, like a Rockefeller, like Kennedy, we getting cake. Fated to be the king, yeah, we gon' let it ring. We gon' let that choir sing, yeah, MGS.
This is Chike Evans, and you're listening to The Stephen Knight Show.
Well, that's our show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and special shout out to Emanuel Deanda for joining us. Don't forget his new single, Forever, is available for you to download now. Listen, have a great week, and we'll talk again next Monday. Have a good night.
Tonight, as long as on me, everything's gonna be alright.